Buffalo shooter situation?
Yo, so I just found that out before I left the house.
Yeah.
I can't believe he did this. All right, so this is obviously premeditated mass murder.
Yeah.
So I'm from the South. If this nigga don't get the chair, I'm not happy.
Yo.
Now the problem is he's going to plead insanity. So they're probably going to send him to the nut house.
So he said in his
that he's going to plead guilty.
He said in his manifesto that
he's going to plead guilty, or he's going to plead for insanity. Which one do you think, Craig?
No, guilty. He said he's going to plead guilty.
Oh, well, if he's going to plead guilty, then kill that motherfucker. So, like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it like that, but when you do stuff on a mass level like that, capital punishment is necessary. Like, you wasting money just leaving this motherfucker on death row.
I want to talk to the so-called white supremacists. First of all, you're not white, and first of all, you're not supreme. Okay, I want to talk to them, and I want to figure out what part of white supremacy do you have to kill the next person? What part of being supreme means you have to you're under attack and they're gonna take you out? Then you're not supreme, my nigga. You're just not supreme. Okay. This shit don't make no sense.
So I've read some of their literature before. Because you gotta know thy enemy. Know thy enemy, know thyself type shit. So they feel threatened more so. Okay, so they feel threatened on a lot of fronts. They feel threatened physically because we can easily exterminate them physically. And without even trying. And not even purposely. You know what I'm saying? Just
is that how you feel, or is that what they say?
Breeding wise, that's why they don't want us anywhere near anywhere near their women. That's why any drop of our blood automatically makes you one of us. That's the type of mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you understand the mindset that I'm coming from, or what I'm telling you right now?
Yeah, I know that for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they feel threatened on a policy front, on a political front, because of all the immigration laws, the quote-unquote affirmative action, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they just feel all the way around threatened. And what does an animal do when it's backed into a corner?
Lashes out.
Thank you. I'm not making any fucking excuses.
Yeah, no.
None of that. I in no way condone that. But just the way I'm saying it in my tone. So I'm just making it sure I don't condone anything that's going on. But I take the time to step back and detach myself and try to understand what the fuck that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Or why that they're doing what they're doing. I like psychology. So why people do the shit that they do, that shit kind of interests me. So that's kind of one of the reasons why he did what he did. What does he say in the manifesto? Can you read it?
So I was looking for the manifesto. I ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying?
We saw little excerpts and like news agencies talking about the manifesto, but actually seeing the manifesto in itself we couldn't find.
But hold on. I got the New Zealand niggas. I got his manifesto, and supposedly a lot of it is like word for word, and a lot of it is based on the Great Replacement theory. And so I'm looking. Literally, I'm on my computer while you guys are talking. I'm on my computer looking for that because I have it. I have it here somewhere, and I want to read it and go over it.
So while you're talking, while you're doing that, I saw the chat talking about his age. So let's take another step back again. How many are familiar with what was going on in Africa, in the children soldiers in Africa? You actually want the children. They're easier to brainwash, and they have no feelings. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a child to turn, you got a cold-blooded killer on your fucking hands. You don't need any adults once you have children on your side. So that's why they got to him. He was 17 years old.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, he was 18, but I'm pretty sure they got to him before he was 18 years old.
You're exactly right. He was young. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just pop up one day.
Your brain is still not fully developed when you're 18 years old. We're not done growing as men until we fucking turn 25 years old.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. We was talking about this before we got on camera. Everything that you said or alluded to, me and Ali was talking about. And I was kind of saying and mirroring some of the things that you're saying. The exact same talking points, man.
But they didn't hear you, so.
So no, because I was just
Go
talking.
on, kick it to him, Craig. Go ahead. Go on.
Well, no, I was just talking about just on
anything that you touched on?
No, I mean, I was talking about it just on a historical level. You know what I'm saying? Because the Europeans have basically been the top civilization largely for like since about the 1500s. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, you know what I mean? Obviously, they've done different things. They've colonized different countries. But as a result of that, they've basically now have other immigrant groups moving to their part of the world. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Europe, the United States, or whatever. And part of it was because of their own doing. Because when you colonize some of these places, some of these immigrants, like let's say if you're France and you colonize these places, you became pseudo citizens of France. So then it became easy for immigrants to move to France because you colonized my country and made us citizens of France. You know what I'm saying? So now you got all these other non quote unquote native French people moving to France freely. So you have it on that level. Then the other level is you guys capitalized and dominated the world resources and financial markets. You know what I'm saying? And you inserted yourself to be over things. How like Belgium is over the diamond industry, and then you got like Britain that's over the financial sector, and all of them got little things that they're control. You know what I'm saying? But what that control means, you're choking out other countries from getting some. You know, and so now those people also are moving there to these countries, and so it also, because now you have these people moving there, it gets into what you're talking about with the whole genetic / breeding thing that you mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have all these people moving to your country, and now you're looking up and you're like, oh shit, this place that used to be like, let's just say 80%, 90% European is now only like 60% European, you know?
And I also think some of this is that, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to piggyback on what you're saying, because this will probably be a third thing. I think some of this is political too, because if you look at democracy tries to promote itself as a beacon to the world, as welcoming to all parties. And so in doing that, you do open yourself up to high levels of immigration, and you know what I'm saying, and the possibility of you not necessarily being as much as the majority as you once was at one point in time. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, because the other part that we haven't got, what I think you're getting to is they're not having replacement level kids.
Nope. And that's whose fault is that? That's not our fault.
That's not our fault at all. But that's also like, because we're talking about all this other stuff that we're talking about, and then on top of that, they're not even having kids at the level that they should be having kids.
So maybe they should start fucking more. Maybe they should start fucking more.
Well, but I feel like that is also what you're saying is correct. But I think that's kind of behind the Supreme Court trying to move towards getting rid of or severely limiting abortions. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the I don't know if you saw, but you know, the opinion had leaked or whatever. Somebody leaked the opinion of but one of the terms or phrases that was in there was domestic infant supply. That was a phrase that was used in the thing where it's talking about
domestic infant
supply. Like basically we have to increase domestic infant supply.
Now, so they need more babies, pretty much.
They need more babies. They need more babies. But it didn't specifically say a race or anything like that. Well, but come on, me and you, like, we're intelligent beings. Like we know the underlying of what that is. Which is we need.
But it feels like But I thought most of the abortions was coming from Asiatic or so-called black people. I thought,
and that's true though. When you look at Planned Parenthood and all kind of shit, their offices are in our neighborhoods. So that shit is only going to backfire.
Yeah, but while that's true, I feel like what's the saying? The devil you know is better than the devil you don't. I feel like white people, we've been with black people for a while, so we're willing to deal with them. Especially when you look at it, even though we do have a lot of abortions, but outside of that, I mean, if you take the abortions away, the numbers will be different probably. But our numbers have pretty much remained steady. Like we're having replacement.
We're still 12% of the population.
We're having replacement level babies. Like we're not really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take the abortion part out of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
well, just think of it. We were 12. I'll let you finish. But we were 12% of the population, nigga, 30, 40 years ago,
and we're still
12% of the population.
So we're not,
even though the population of America has grown significantly.
Yes, and so I think they kind of look at that and be like, man, we could deal with them. We could deal with them Negroes because it's like their population ain't really growing too wild, and if it is growing, it's growing slowly. You know what I'm saying? It's not growing by leaps and bounds. But you
it ain't
see,
us you gotta worry about.
Yep.
I know what you need to worry about. It ain't us you need to worry about.
It's the Latinos and the Asians.
Yeah,
they are the most fertile creatures walking the earth.
And the Asians of all types, because sometimes when people think of Asians, they only think of Chinese.
Nah,
They forget all about them Indians. They forget all about them Sri Lankans and Indonesians and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they popping out babies too.
Yep. So I would like to say this though, you guys, like what like white supremacy would like to do is put everything on one individual. They'd be like, oh, I'm not a white supremacist, like Tucker Carlson. I'm not a white supremacist. No, but no, the shooter is he, is not me, right? But you guys remember, we're not fighting individual. This is a fight of principality. This is a fight of ideology, guys. You understand what I'm saying?
What?
Like this, like these people are out here. They're out here. There's a mindset, right? Because there was a New Zealand shooter. There was a New Zealand shooter, and this guy is a replica, right? This guy said he was inspired by the New Zealand shooter. He was inspired. So what it is the white supremacist sort of. I always felt like this. I felt like the European control in America is diminishing. Okay?
Yes.
And he knows it and he feels it, and he's not going to go without a fight. Yes. Right? And so that's what we're witnessing here. Yeah. That's what we're witnessing here. And so, like, we have to be very, very clear that it's not just that one guy. No, it's an ideology that's spread all throughout the land. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. White supremacy is false information. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk to these white supremacists because I want to figure out at what point are you supreme? Like real shit. Like I swear to God, dude. I'm waiting for something, but we're trying to set up some debates between, you know what I'm saying, Grand Sheik and thinkers of the far right movement. We're really trying to put up these debates because when they start debating Moors, their whole shit fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, first of all, I know I'm more supreme than my dog, right? I know I'm supreme. I don't have to go kill dogs, and I don't have to create laws for the dogs to not do well. I know I'm better than the dog. I know I'm supreme. So if they're really supreme, why you got to go so hard and so far to so-called control us and then things of that nature? You know what I'm saying? It's because you are not supreme. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the fact that you have to reach for this sort of hate, it's kind of showing me that you're less than supreme. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanna, if there's anybody out there, the sound of my voice, that does follow white supremacy sort of ideas, I would like to genuinely know why you think you're supreme. Oh, because God's honest truth, let's keep it real. A lot of them be like, oh, well, Western society, Western culture, because but first of all, Western culture is built off the back of black Muslims.
Yes.
The Renaissance is built off of Moorish occupation of Spain and Europe, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this country, how great this country is a collaborative effort. You know what I'm saying? It's like we fought in the wars. We made, like, you see, they be like, oh, basically they feel like we're smart. They created inventions and stuff like that. Do you realize that the inventions that we created, niggas stole from us. Europeans stole those creations from us. Right. Because we weren't legally able to, you know what I'm saying, put it together. And so anyway, I just want to talk about that. And then so what we're gonna do is
you can't do advanced mathematics with Roman numerals. You have to use the
you can't use advanced mathematics with Roman numerals. Do you know? Okay, what does that mean?
Let's do it right now.
The reason why is Roman numerals do not have a concept for zero.
Yeah, that shit confusing as fuck.
It's bulky. It's bulky. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even get to like, you can't even you might be able to do algebra, but you can't do geometry. You can't do trigonometry.
Nope.
There's no Pythagorean theorem. There's none of that
it's
shit.
All round number.
Without Asiatic contribution in mathematics. That's right, brother. And in science. The European church was against science. Europe was in the dark ages. At what point are you supreme, my nigga? Real shit. You're going around killing so-called black people because what? You're supreme? And then what's crazy to me is this is kind of off topic, but why is he still alive, man?
Like how the police apprehend him.
Like he could
so
just
easy.
indiscriminate. They said he killed a man who like goes to church and helps people back and forth through church and stuff. I mean, he killed these people, and so he gets to take off his stuff, and then he goes into custody. It's like, yo, beat this nigga's head into the wall, man. Shoot this nigga, man. What are you talking about?